Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zahri Rifki Beramilan. My metric number is 20, 23, 62, 42 and 82. Today, my friends and I will make a presentation under the title of Inflation and Unemployment. In 1958, an important working paper was published by William Phillips entitled The Relationship Between Unemployment and the Rate of Change of Money Wage Rate in the United Kingdom, 1861 to 1957. According to Phillips, a strong negative relationship between unemployment and inflation in the country has been found during the observation period. This trade of relationship is now known as the Phillips curve. Despite some criticism of the main principle of the Phillips curve, this hypothesis remains one of the most important principles for microeconomics. Since 1958 until now, many academic studies have been conducted on the relationship between unemployment and inflation in various countries. In contrast, some economists such as Milton Friedman and Edmund Phillips have altered this theory by saying that in the long run, there is no trade-off between unemployment and inflation. The principle of the Phillips curve theory can be understood using the concept of labor, demand and supply. If the demand for workers is greater than the supply of workers, upward pressure on wage level will increase due to excessive demand for workers, which will cause high inflation in the country. Conversely, if the supply of workers exceeds the demand for workers, the excess supply of workers will push wage down, which will result in lower inflation level in the country. In other words, during years of economic prosperity, companies will try to increase their spending by hiring more workers. During this time of economic prosperity, low unemployment will exist alongside high inflation. On the other hand, during an economic downturn, companies will try to reduce the amount of their expense by reducing the number of workers. In such circumstances, unemployment will be accompanied by low inflation. I will present some main points about the objective found in the assignment under the heading of inflation and unemployment. Number 1. Identify factors that contribute to change in inflation and unemployment rate. Number 2. Evaluation the impact of inflation and unemployment on the economy and society. And next, proposing measures and basics to overcome inflation and unemployment in Malaysia.
Okay, so now we look at the inflation and unemployment. So look at this slide. Introduction of inflation. Inflation is a gradual loss of purchasing power, reflecting a broad rise in price for goods and services over time. High inflation means that prices are increasing quickly, and low inflation means that prices are increasing more slowly. Okay, so there are two main factors causing the inflation. The first one is inflation from the demand side, and the second one is inflation from the aspect of production of goods. So from the demand side, there are several possibilities that cause the inflation. The first one is too much demand. Inflation occurs when the amount of demand exceeds the supply of goods and according to the current price. Surplus in this demand puts pressure on the economy. Next is excess money supply. So for the excess money supply, this occurs when the government spend more than it collect in tax, resulting in a need for additional money to finance its expense. This excess money supply this occurs when the government spend more than it collect in tax, resulting in a need for additional money to finance its expense. This excess money supply increase the demand for goods and service, causing price to rise. For the second main factor that causing the inflation is inflation from the aspect production of goods. So look at the first point, which is over investment. The entrepreneur racing to start new enterprise. Therefore, the demand for raw materials also increase. The price of goods made from this raw material follow up. In the end, this more capital investment result in overproduction of goods and subsequently this cause and price of the good to drop. So for the second point, which is cost increase and productivity decrease. The productivity of goods the productivity of the worker may decrease, but their wages are still the same as before, or the workers do not want to work if their wages are not increased. Therefore, the wages of the workers have to be increased. To get the same profit as before, entrepreneur also had to raise the price of goods produced, and inflation also appeared. So we move to the next slide, which is effect of inflation. So there are several effects of inflation that can be obtained among them. The first impact is impact on the saving level. During inflation, the real value of money will fall and people who hold money or save will experience loss. The purchasing power of money will fall, so people are more inclined to spend money now. So the second impact is there was impact on the level of investment. During extreme inflation, production activities will not benefit the firm. Producer will be more likely to use money for speculative purpose, such as buying gold and permanent asset. The level of investment in the economy will decline. So next is impact on the distribution of national income and wealth. So inflation can cause the distribution of income and wealth to become more unbalanced. People with fixed incomes and those who save will experience loss because the value of money falls and their purchasing power decrease. So this because the income. This is because the income that they earn is still the same, but the price of goods and service increase. Okay, so look at the next slide, which is way to overcome the inflation. Okay, so there are three ways to overcome the inflation. The first one is tighter monetary policy. Second is strict fiscal policy, and third is market intervention. That's all from me.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Lifaikal bin Syaiful Azrizal. My number matric is 2023261464. Okay, so right now I want to present about unemployment. So unemployment, about the topic. What is the topic outline? We need to know at the in the unemployment topic. Okay, so unemployment, we need to know what is the unemployment. The first, we need to know what is the unemployment in economic Islam. Second, types of unemployment, and then lastly, effects of unemployment. Okay, so the unemployment occurs when people who are in the working age group are able and willing to work but are unable to find suitable jobs. And unemployment represents the number of people in the workforce who want to work but are unable to get jobs. Unemployment is often used as a measure to gauge the health of the economy in a country. Okay, the next, the types of unemployment. What is the types of unemployment? We have 6 types of unemployment. The first, classical unemployment. Classical unemployment is also called the real wage. Real wage unemployment arise when trade unions drive wage in excess of the market clearing levels, resulting in a fall in demand for labor. Trade unions usually negotiate to increase real wage, causing classical unemployment. And the classical unemployment is also caused by government minimum wage. Okay, the second is frictional unemployment. This refers to short-term or temporary unemployment, which occurs when people enter the labor market to look for jobs, or people leave their jobs either voluntarily or are asked to go and are unemployed for a period of time while they are looking for a new job. Okay, so the next, seasonal unemployment. Seasonal unemployment, this occurs when certain product cannot be produced during a certain season. Hence, many workers are temporarily laid off on a short-term basis during certain times of the year. In results from regular fluctuations in weather conditions, climatic change, or change in the trend of demand. Okay, so number 4, structural unemployment results from structural decline of industries unable to compete or adapt to changing demands and new products of changing methods of production. The change in a pattern of demand results when tests change demographic profile. Change or introduction of new products or technology may have made the existing product obsolete. Hence, the skills of workers are no longer suitable with the jobs available. Okay, so that's the structural unemployment. The next, number 5, the types of unemployment, about technological unemployment. Rises from labor saving, technical or production or new technology which requires workers with different sets of skills. The workers who lost their jobs will have to acquire new skills, and the government can help by providing the training or reskilling programs. Okay, so the types of unemployment is cyclical unemployment. This is also known as the demand deficient unemployment. Cyclical unemployment is caused by a lack of demand in the downswing of the business cycle or recession. It exists because there is a recessionary gap forcing business to lay off large numbers of workers to cut costs. Okay, so the lastly, effects of unemployment. The first about the sides of individual effects. So individual effect is unemployment erodes self-esteem, promoting social dislocation, unrest and conflict. So about from the economic effect, unemployment affects economic growth as it decreases consumption, has the aggregate demand, production and economic growth will reduce. And then lastly, from the side of social effect. Social effect and unemployment results in lower moral and human suffering. The family unit will be affected if the sole breadwinner lost his job. Okay, so that's all from me about what is the meaning of unemployment, types of unemployment and the effect of unemployment. Okay, thank you so much.
So, the step and basic to overcome inflation and unemployment in Malaysia, I will present. High unemployment is included in economic and social problem. People who are unemployed at one point can lose their self-confidence, so that it can lead to criminal action, disagreement with the community and so on. Starvation is an economic and social problem that must be overcome. Seen from an economic point of view, the existence of unemployment causes the prosperity of society to decrease. One of the main steps to reduce inflation is through monetary policy. Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) may raise interest rate to reduce aggregate demand and tighten credit policy to reduce the amount of money in the market. For example, in 2019, BNM raised the overnight policy rate of PR from 3.25% to 3.5% to control the rising inflation caused by the increase in world oil price and the increase in the price of basic goods. BNM can also increase the statutory reserve ratio, which will reduce the ability of commercial bank to lend and further reduce the amount of money in the market. For example, in 2020, BNM raised the statutory reserve ratio from 1.5% to 2.5% to control rising inflation caused by the increase in the world oil price and the increase the price of basic goods. In addition, BNM caused this moral session to pursue commercial bank to reduce lending. For example, BNM can hold a meeting with commercial bank to pursue them to reduce lending and control the amount of money in the market. A measure to control inflation is through fiscal policy. The government can control wage increase so that they don't accept the increase in labor productivity by setting a maximum wage limit. For example, the government can set a maximum wage limit for workers in the public sector, so that it doesn't as the increase in the labor productivity. This is ensure that production costs don't increase faster than productivity, thereby controlling cost push inflation. In addition, the government can control government spending so that it doesn't exceed the set spending limit. For example, the government can control government spending so that it doesn't exceed the spending limit set to control inflation and increase due to the increase in oil price and the increase in the price of basic goods. To address the issue of unemployment, the government can offer more job opportunities in the public sector. For example, the government can open more position in the public sector, such as the government department and government agency. This reduces the number of unemployment and increase aggregate demand in the economy. The government can also help 18 local small and medium enterprises which are able to provide more job opportunities. For example, the government can provide financial assistance to local small and medium enterprises to help them increase their operation and create more employment opportunities. In addition, improving the skill and employability of graduates is essential to meet industry demand and reduce unemployment. For example, the government can help graduates by providing financial assistance to extend skill costs and improve their skill. In addition, measures to reduce import inflation also need to be taken. The government can take action to stabilize the currency exchange rate, since import inflation is affected by exchange rate movement. For example, the government can take action to stabilize the currency exchange rate by controlling the exchange rate of the currency with foreign currency. In addition, reducing dependence on import through the promotion of domestic production can also help control important inflation. For example, the government can encourage domestic production by providing financial assistance to local enterprise to increase operation and more products domestically. Overall, a combination of monetary policy measure, fiscal policy, increase workforce skill and reduce dependence on import are essential to address the issue of inflation and employment in Malaysia. Cooperation between various parties, including the government, the central bank, and the private sector, is needed to implement effective measures.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Aiman Hakimi bin Ramzi. My number matric is 2023436656. Okay, so let's go to our next topic. Our next topic is factors that contribute to change in inflation and unemployment rates. Okay, so first point is the main issues in the economic development of a country is employment and the unemployment rate. A country is said to have some stability growth if the unemployment rate is low. On the other hand, if the unemployment rate is high, it means that there is a waste of human resources. The problem of unemployment continues to be one of the most important economic problems and should be addressed in the labor market. Okay, second point is monetary factor. Money supply and increase in the money supply can lead to high demand and inflation. Next, interest rates. Lower interest rates can stimulate borrowing and spending, increases demand and inflation. Okay, so labor market policy, minimum wage laws and higher minimum wage can lead to higher incomes for some workers and potential job losses if business cut back on hiring. Unemployment benefit, high benefits can reduce that incentive to find work quickly, potential increasing unemployment. Okay, so let's go to our next topic. Our next topic is effects of inflation and unemployment on the economy and society. Inflation will affect the country. The economy will decline and cause a drop in value currency, so that the community's cost of living will continue to rise. The effect of inflation and employment on the economy and society are complex and can occur in different ways. An increase in the price of goods causes individual consumption expenditure to increase, and as a result, savings will decrease. Then, the community had to take out savings to cover rising cost of living. Okay, so point number 1, cost of living. When inflation increases, the price of goods and services, thereby making the cost of living increase and people are less able to afford goods and services. Okay, so point number 2, impact to retirees. Impact to retirees often live on a fixed income, such as a pension or retirement savings. Inflation erodes the value of this fixed income, reducing retirees' ability to purchase goods and services. Social impact. Reduced purchasing power can cause financial stress among retirees, potentially causing them to cut back on essential expenses such as healthcare, nutrition, and housing, thus affecting their quality of life and well-being. Okay, so point last, value of savings will decrease. The value of saving will decrease because the savings interest rate may not be able to match the inflation rate. Therefore, savers need to find more profitable investment alternative to protect the value of their money. Next, uncontrolled inflation causes uncertainty in business and investment planning. This can reduce investor confidence and slow down economic growth.